Hello everyone. Welcome back to Daily Dose of English. I'm Tom and I'm so happy you're here with me today. How are you feeling? Are you ready to improve your English? I hope so because today we have a really useful lesson for you. Today we're going to learn how to talk about your home and living space in English. This is such an important topic because everyone has a place where they live, right? Whether it's a house, an apartment, a room, or even if you're staying with friends or family, you need to know how to describe it in English. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to describe your home, talk about different rooms, explain where things are located, and even have conversations about moving or finding a new place to live. We'll learn lots of useful vocabulary, practice real-life dialogues, and of course, we'll do plenty of shadowing practice to help you speak more fluently. Remember, shadowing means you listen to me say something and then you repeat it. This helps train your mouth and brain to work together in English. It's like exercise for your speaking muscles. So get ready to use your voice. Don't be shy. Even if you're alone in your room, speak out loud. That's how you improve. Before we start, let me ask you a question. What kind of home do you live in? Think about it for a moment. Is it big or small? Do you live alone or with other people? Keep your answer in mind as we go through today's lesson. All right, let's begin with some basic vocabulary about types of homes. First, let's learn different types of homes. Listen carefully and repeat after me. I live in a house. I live in a house. Now you repeat. She lives in an apartment. She lives in an apartment. Now you repeat. They rent a studio apartment. They rent a studio apartment. Now you repeat. He owns a condo. He owns a condo. Now you repeat. We stay in a dormitory. We stay in a dormitory. Now you repeat. My grandparents have a cottage. My grandparents have a cottage. Now you repeat. Now let's learn some more specific vocabulary. These are words you'll use when talking about your living situation. I'm a tenant. I'm a tenant. Now you repeat. The landlord is friendly. The landlord is friendly. Now you repeat. We pay rent every month. We pay rent every month. Now you repeat. They have a mortgage. They have a mortgage. Now you repeat. I have 2 roommates. I have 2 roommates. Now you repeat. Let's practice some longer sentences now. I'll break them into chunks for you. My apartment building. My apartment building. Now you repeat. Has 5 floors. Has 5 floors. Now you repeat. My apartment building has 5 floors. My apartment building has 5 floors. Now you repeat. I live on. Now you repeat. The 3rd floor. The 3rd floor. Now you repeat. I live on the 3rd floor. I live on the 3rd floor. Now you repeat. Now let's talk about different rooms in a home. Every home is different, but most homes have some basic rooms. Let's learn them together. This is the living room. This is the living room. Now you repeat. We cook in the kitchen. We cook in the kitchen. Now you repeat. I sleep in the bedroom. I sleep in the bedroom. Now you repeat. The bathroom has a shower. The bathroom has a shower. Now you repeat. We eat in the dining room. We eat in the dining room. Now you repeat. He studies in the home office. He studies in the home office. Now you repeat. Now let's add some details about these rooms. Listen and repeat. The living room is spacious. The living room is spacious. Now you repeat. My bedroom is cozy. My bedroom is cozy. Now you repeat. The kitchen is modern. The kitchen is modern. Now you repeat. Our bathroom is small but clean. Our bathroom is small but clean. Now you repeat. Let me teach you a cultural note here. In American English, we usually say bathroom or restroom when we're being polite. In British English, they often say toilet or loo. Both are correct, but it's good to know the difference. Now let's learn about furniture and objects you find in homes. This vocabulary is really useful for everyday conversations. There's a sofa in the living room. There's a sofa in the living room. Now you repeat. We have a coffee table. We have a coffee table. Now you repeat. The TV is on the wall. The TV is on the wall. Now you repeat. I need a new desk. I need a new desk. Now you repeat. The bed is comfortable. The bed is comfortable. Now you repeat. Let's practice with location words now. These are super important. The lamp is on the table. The lamp is on the table. Now you repeat. The picture is above the sofa. The picture is above the sofa. Now you repeat. The rug is under the coffee table. The rug is under the coffee table. Now you repeat. The bookshelf is next to the window. The bookshelf is next to the window. Now you repeat. The mirror is opposite the door. The mirror is opposite the door. Now you repeat. Now let's put everything together and practice describing a home. I'll give you a model description and we'll practice it together. Listen to this description first, then we'll break it down. I live in a small apartment in the city centre. It has one bedroom, a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom. My favourite room is the living room because it has big windows and lots of natural light. The walls are painted white, and I have some plants to make it feel more alive. My apartment isn't very big, but it's perfect for me. Now let's practice this piece by piece. I live in a small apartment. I live in a small apartment. Now you repeat. In the city centre. In the city centre. Now you repeat. It has one bedroom. It has one bedroom. Now you repeat. My favourite room is the living room. My favourite room is the living room. Now you repeat. Because it has big windows. Because it has big windows. Now you repeat. The walls are painted white. The walls are painted white. Now you repeat. My apartment isn't very big. My apartment isn't very big. Now you repeat. But it's perfect for me. But it's perfect for me. Now you repeat. Great job. Now let's learn some useful phrases for talking about problems in your home. Because let's be honest, sometimes things break or don't work properly, right? The faucet is leaking. The faucet is leaking. Now you repeat. The air conditioner doesn't work. The air conditioner doesn't work. Now you repeat. We need to fix the door. We need to fix the door. Now you repeat. The heating is too expensive. The heating is too expensive. Now you repeat. There's no hot water. There's no hot water. Now you repeat. Now let's practice with a real conversation. Imagine Sarah is looking for a roommate. She's talking to her friend Mike. Listen first, then we'll practice. Sarah. Hey Mike, I'm looking for a roommate. Do you know anyone? Mike. Actually, my cousin is looking for a place. What's your apartment like? Sarah. It's a 2-bedroom apartment near the subway station. The rent is $800 per month, so we'd split it 50-50. Mike. That sounds reasonable. Does it come furnished? Sarah. The living room and kitchen are furnished, but the second bedroom is empty. Mike. I see. What about utilities? Sarah. Utilities are included except for internet. We'd split that too. Mike. Great. Can my cousin come see it this weekend? Sarah. Sure. Saturday afternoon works for me. Now let's practice the key phrases from this dialogue. I'm looking for a roommate. I'm looking for a roommate. Now you repeat. What's your apartment like? What's your apartment like? Now you repeat. The rent is $800 per month. The rent is $800 per month. Now you repeat. We'd split it 50-50. We'd split it 50-50. Now you repeat. Does it come furnished? Does it come furnished? Now you repeat. Utilities are included. Utilities are included. Now you repeat. Saturday afternoon works for me. Saturday afternoon works for me. Now you repeat. Your home isn't just about the inside. The neighbourhood is important too. Let's learn how to describe where you live. My neighbourhood is quiet. My neighbourhood is quiet. Now you repeat. It's a residential area. It's a residential area. Now you repeat. There are many shops nearby. There are many shops nearby. Now you repeat. The supermarket is within walking distance. The supermarket is within walking distance. Now you repeat. Public transportation is convenient. Public transportation is convenient. Now you repeat. Let's practice some longer descriptions. I live in the suburbs. I live in the suburbs. Now you repeat. It's about 30 minutes. It's about 30 minutes. Now you repeat. From downtown, from downtown. Now you repeat. I live in the suburbs. It's about 30 minutes from downtown. Now you repeat. The area is very safe. The area is very safe. Now you repeat. And family friendly. And family friendly. Now you repeat. The area is very safe and family friendly. The area is very safe and family friendly. Now you repeat. Now let's practice giving directions to your home. This is super practical. Take the subway to Central Station. Take the subway to Central Station. Now you repeat. Exit from the north exit. Exit from the north exit. Now you repeat. Walk straight for 2 blocks. Walk straight for 2 blocks. Now you repeat. Turn left at the traffic light. Turn left at the traffic light. Now you repeat. My building is on the right. My building is on the right. Now you repeat. It's the red brick building. It's the red brick building. Now you repeat. Ring the doorbell for apartment 3B. Ring the doorbell for apartment 3B. Now you repeat. Here's a little joke for you. Why don't we ever tell secrets in a garden? Because the potatoes have eyes, the corn has ears, and the beans stalk. Okay, maybe that was a bit silly, but I hope it made you smile. Let's practice another real-life situation. Tom is calling his landlord about a problem. Listen carefully. Tom. Hello, Mr. Johnson. This is Tom from apartment 5. Landlord. Hi, Tom, what can I do for you? Tom, I'm having a problem with the heating. It stopped working yesterday. Landlord. I see. Have you checked the thermostat? Tom. Yes, I did. I set it to 70 degrees, but it's still cold. Landlord. Okay, I'll send someone to look at it. Are you home tomorrow morning? Tom. Yes, I'll be home until noon. Landlord. Perfect. The repair person will come around 10 a.m. Tom, thank you so much. Oh, one more thing. The bathroom faucet is dripping too. Landlord. I'll tell them to check that as well. Now let's practice the important phrases. I'm having a problem with the heating. I'm having a problem with the heating. Now you repeat. It stopped working yesterday. It stopped working yesterday. Now you repeat. Have you checked the thermostat? Have you checked the thermostat? Now you repeat. I'll send someone to look at it. I'll send someone to look at it. Now you repeat. Are you home tomorrow morning? Are you home tomorrow morning? Now you repeat. The repair person will come. The repair person will come. Now you repeat. Around 10 a.m., around 10 a.m., now you repeat. The repair person will come around 10 a.m., now you repeat. When you live with others, it's important to talk about rules and agreements. Let's learn some useful phrases. We take turns cleaning. We take turns cleaning. Now you repeat. No parties after 10 p.m. No parties after 10 p.m. Now you repeat. Please keep the noise down. Please keep the noise down. Now you repeat. Don't forget to lock the door. Don't forget to lock the door. Now you repeat. We share the grocery bills. We share the grocery bills. Now you repeat. Guests can stay for up to 3 days. Guests can stay for up to 3 days. Now you repeat. Please clean up after yourself. Please clean up after yourself. Now you repeat. No smoking inside the apartment. No smoking inside the apartment. Now you repeat. Let's practice talking about what you like and don't like about homes. I prefer a quiet neighborhood. I prefer a quiet neighborhood. Now you repeat. I don't mind a small kitchen. I don't mind a small kitchen. Now you repeat. I can't stand noisy neighbours. I can't stand noisy neighbours. Now you repeat. I love having a balcony. I love having a balcony. Now you repeat. I need lots of storage space. I need lots of storage space. Now you repeat. Natural light is important to me. Natural light is important to me. Now you repeat. I'd rather live alone. I'd rather live alone. Now you repeat. Than have roommates. Than have roommates. Now you repeat. I'd rather live alone than have roommates. Now you repeat. Now let me tell you a short story about a typical day in an apartment. Listen first, then we'll practice key parts. Every morning I wake up in my cosy bedroom. The first thing I do is open the curtains to let the sunlight in. Then I go to the kitchen and make coffee. While the coffee is brewing, I take a quick shower in the bathroom. After getting dressed, I have breakfast at the small table in my kitchen. I usually check my emails while eating toast and drinking coffee. Before leaving for work, I make sure to turn off all the lights and lock the door. In the evening, I come home and immediately change into comfortable clothes. I cook dinner in the kitchen. Nothing fancy, usually just pasta or a salad. Then I relax on the sofa in the living room and watch TV or read a book. Before bed, I tidy up a bit. I wash the dishes, put things back in their place, and prepare my clothes for the next day. Finally, I brush my teeth and go to bed around 11 p.m. My apartment may be small, but it's my peaceful haven. Let's practice some key phrases from this story. I wake up in my cosy bedroom. I wake up in my cosy bedroom. Now you repeat. I open the curtains. I open the curtains. Now you repeat. To let the sunlight in, to let the sunlight in. Now you repeat. I open the curtains to let the sunlight in. Now you repeat. I make coffee in the kitchen. I make coffee in the kitchen. Now you repeat. I relax on the sofa. I relax on the sofa. Now you repeat. I tidy up a bit. I tidy up a bit. Now you repeat. My apartment is my peaceful haven. My apartment is my peaceful haven. Now you repeat. Sometimes we need to move to a new home. Let's learn vocabulary and phrases for this situation. I'm moving next month. I'm moving next month. Now you repeat. We need to pack our things. We need to pack our things. Now you repeat. I hired a moving company. I hired a moving company. Now you repeat. Don't forget to change your address. Don't forget to change your address. Now you repeat. We need to return the keys. We need to return the keys. Now you repeat. The security deposit will be refunded. The security deposit will be refunded. Now you repeat. Let's practice a conversation about moving. When are you moving out? When are you moving out? Now you repeat. Have you found a new place? Have you found a new place? Now you repeat. Do you need help packing? Do you need help packing? Now you repeat. I'll miss having you as a neighbour. I'll miss having you as a neighbour. Now you repeat. Let's practice comparing different homes. This apartment is bigger than my old one. This apartment is bigger than my old one. Now you repeat. The rent here is more expensive. The rent here is more expensive. Now you repeat. My new neighbourhood is quieter. My new neighbourhood is quieter. Now you repeat. The kitchen is more modern. The kitchen is more modern. Now you repeat. But the location isn't as good. But the location isn't as good. Now you repeat. The commute is longer. The commute is longer. Now you repeat. Than before. Than before. Now you repeat. The commute is longer than before. Now you repeat. Let's practice one more dialogue. Lisa is viewing an apartment with a real estate agent. Agent. Welcome. This is the apartment I told you about. Lisa. Thank you. It looks nice from the outside. Agent. Let me show you around. This is the living room. As you can see, it's quite spacious. Lisa. I like the hardwood floors. How old is the building? Agent. It's built in 2010, so it's relatively new. Shall we see the kitchen? Lisa. Yes, please. Oh, this is nice. Are the appliances included? Agent. Yes, the refrigerator, stove and dishwasher all stay. Lisa. Perfect. What about parking? Agent. There's one assigned parking space included with the apartment. Lisa. And when would it be available? Agent. The current tenants are moving out at the end of the month. Lisa. I'm very interested. What do I need to do to apply? Let's practice the key phrases. It looks nice from the outside. It looks nice from the outside. Now you repeat. Let me show you around. Let me show you around. Now you repeat. I like the hardwood floors. I like the hardwood floors. Now you repeat. Are the appliances included? Are the appliances included? Now you repeat. What about parking? What about parking? Now you repeat. When would it be available? When would it be available? Now you repeat. I'm very interested. I'm very interested. Now you repeat. What do I need to do to apply? What do I need to do to apply? Now you repeat. Now let's have some fun and talk about dream homes. Everyone has ideas about their perfect home, right? My dream home would have. Now you repeat. A huge kitchen. A huge kitchen. Now you repeat. My dream home would have a huge kitchen. Now you repeat. I'd love to have a swimming pool. I'd love to have a swimming pool. Now you repeat. A home library would be amazing. A home library would be amazing. Now you repeat. I want a garden with flowers. I want a garden with flowers. Now you repeat. A view of the ocean. A view of the ocean. Now you repeat. Would be perfect. Would be perfect. Now you repeat. A view of the ocean would be perfect. Now you repeat. Before we finish, let me teach you some common English idioms about homes. Home sweet home. Home sweet home. Now you repeat. This means you're happy to be back at your home. Make yourself at home. Make yourself at home. Now you repeat. This means feel comfortable and relaxed, like you're in your own home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Now you repeat. This means your home is the best place to be. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. Now you repeat. This means home is wherever the people you love are. Wow, we've covered so much today. Let's quickly review what we learned. First, we learned different types of homes: houses, apartments, condos, and more. We practiced vocabulary for rooms like bedroom, kitchen, and living room. We learned how to describe furniture and use location words like on, under, and next to. We practiced real conversations about finding roommates, calling the landlord, and viewing apartments. We talked about neighbourhoods, giving directions, and house rules. We even learned how to describe our dream homes. Remember, the key to improving your English is practice. Use these phrases in your daily life. Describe your own home. Talk to friends about where you live. The more you use these words and phrases, the more natural they'll become. Here's your homework for this week. Take 5 minutes each day to describe one room in your home. Say it out loud. Talk about what's in the room, where things are located, and what you like or don't like about it. This simple practice will really help your fluency. Did you enjoy today's lesson? If you did, please subscribe to Daily Dose of English and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next lesson. Next week, we'll be talking about food and restaurants, another super useful topic for daily life. Also, leave a comment below and tell me, what's your favourite room in your home and why? I'd love to hear from you. Practice your English by writing a few sentences in the comments. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race. Be patient with yourself. Make mistakes. That's how we learn. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. You're doing great. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Tom from Daily Dose of English saying goodbye for now. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care, everyone.